Shalom, Yashala Shalom. First and foremost, I want to give all praise, honor, and glory to the Most High Yahweh. I do so in the name of His only begotten Son, Yahweh Shai. Double honors to the apostles and elders of Yashar Allah. Call Haloyim La Yahweh. Bahasham Yahweh Shai. Bahasham Harakah Kodash for blessing our elders with the spirit of truth so that we may know. Shout out to the Akim and the Aguathas keeping the faith in the work. Y'all keep at it. It's your brother Abaya coming at you with more precepts. It's the book of Hebrews, chapter 10, and verse 1. It says, for the law having a shadow of good things to come, and not the very image of the things, can never with those sacrifices which they offered year by year continually make the comers thereunto perfect. Right? Meaning it was not sincere. The individuals that would basically you could plan your sin because you understood it was a day of atonement. You understood that you had certain animals that you can sacrifice for your sin, right? And Yahweh, got fed up with the nonsense. He got fed up with Jacob being Jacob, right? Let me see.
Strong's H 3290. Yaakov.
So Strong's H 3290, Yaakov. That's what it says. We know this. It was Yaakov. Right? But heel holder or supplanter. Right? Supplanter. Right? Let me see. Used of the land. You know what? Let's go to. All right, supplanter. It says someone or something taking the place of another, as through force, scheming, strategy, or the like. Right. So Yahweh was tired of Jacob being Jacob. Right. Being a scheming strategist. Right. And even to this day, we get a loophole, man. We're gonna run that thing ragged. Right. But let's see. Reading Hebrews 10 again, says, for the law having a shadow of good things to come and not the very image of the things can never with those sacrifices which they offer year by year continually make the comers thereunto perfect, because the Lord loves us and he knows that we physically cannot maintain that law perfectly to the point to where we just not making no sacrifices because we good. And the loophole was placed into the law for sincere individuals, who may go off. Because scripture tells us, a righteous man falls so many times. All right. So, but, he rises up again. So that loophole was placed for sincerity. Individuals that's really trying, putting forth a real effort to please Yahweh by keeping his word. But the majority of Yasharallah are supplanters. They have the Jacob mindset, but not in a righteous sense, in an all the way unrighteous sense. So they plotting this scheme, and okay, I got this many doves, and my uncle got that many, goats, and we got that many sheep, and so we can do this, that, and the third. You know what I'm saying? Hey, as long as I don't get caught, I can hold down until the day of atonement come. Then I'll make atonement for, and won't. All right, verse 2 says, for then would they not have ceased to be offered? Right? Because that the worshippers once purged should have had no more conscience of sins. And that's exactly what it did. Right? It took away the fear of the Lord from the individuals, because in their mind, Hey, I got this, that, and the third. I can want. You planning. You strategically planning to plot. You know. Um. No, we read the definition. Right? But it says in verse 3, but in those sacrifices there is a remembrance again made of sins every year. For it is not possible that the blood of bulls and of goats should take away sins. Wherefore, when he cometh into the world, speaking about Yahushua, he says, sacrifice and offering thou wouldest not, but a body hast thou prepared me. And burnt offerings and sacrifices for sin thou hast had no pleasure. Then said I, lo, I come, in the volume of the book it is written of me, to do thy will, O power. Right? So I'm saying all this to say the Lord is looking for sincere followers, sincere worshipers of him. Right? The Lord is looking for individuals that are putting forth a sincere effort to please Yahweh. Right? It's about truth and sincerity. Right? Not filthy lucre's sake, not for anything other than you really are fighting yourself. Your spirit man is fighting your carnal man to be pleasing to the Lord. Right? And that's all that's the least we could do in this time of grace, right? While we wait on our king to return. Right? So I'm gonna end with that. I'm on break right now. So I just the spirit came on me to make a um quick video or a quick video epistle on, being sincere in this walk. Right? Because I'm seeing a lot of individuals, and I have seen it since I've been in the truth, since the Lord has opened up my eyes to, see the truth. I've seen a lot of individuals that's not in this walk, for the right purposes. Right? Either they feel as though this is a fad or like a movement, um, or a way to get money or a way to promote whatever it is they trying to sell or a way to get women or it's something behind what they saying. And usually it's the most flamboyant individuals that you see that's about the bullshit. Right? Pardon my country. Right? It's usually the individual who rock the cleanest, most shiniest, garments, or the gold and everything looking just spot on and clean cut and direct right left. Them usually the ones, man. Right? Usually the ones that got the big ass crowns and the arm bracelets and the big shields on their arms and the big belts, and them usually the ones, right, that's doing it for the wrong purposes, man. Right? And yeah, the Lord don't want that. He's gonna spew that out. Right? The Lord wants sincerity. Right? So I end with that, man. How about Shemar Shah uh these precepts in this video were edifying. Call Haloyim La Yahweh Bahasham Yahweh Shai Bahasham Harakakodash Shalom Yasharallah.